Alright guys, don't know how this video quality is going to turn out. This is the first part to a knife review. And this should be my K-bar slash Becker BK-2 that I ordered in. Box a little beat up, but doesn't really matter. Catalog of accessories and other K-bar knives, and that is the beast. Definitely a beast of a knife for sure. 1/4 inch thick blade. Pretty well balanced. Somewhere right in there on the index finger ridge. Feels good, not too big. The handle is just right. Although I do wish that that point was exposed on the metal instead of the plastic, but I'll fix that. Basically, I'm going to try to take this thing out this weekend and abuse it a little bit, and just see what it'll do. But then we're going to do some videos in the future on this knife, on my plans for it, go over everything. I'm going to modify this thing up quite a bit, and we'll get to those details later. Alright guys, Mike here with Wilderness Warriors again. Doing some more with the Becker BK-2. I ordered this thing as a project knife. I've heard a lot of good things about them. It's definitely a stout knife. As you see, I've already done a little bit of work. I changed the edge up a little bit, and I've worked on the spine a little bit, and I'm in the process of taking the paint off, but this was truly purchased as a project knife. All in all, it was a pretty good tool out of the package, I guess. I heard a lot of people in their videos talking about how sharp the knife was, and was kind of disappointed with that. You know, it was a convex grind on it, as it still is, and really wasn't all that sharp. Kind of expected a little bit more for the money, but I guess the money went into the steel. 1/4 inch thick, weighs a lot. I've got the handles taken off of this thing. The other thing I noticed with those handles is that they're hollow. Basically just molded craton, or I'm not even sure what they're made out of from the factory, but very unimpressed with them. And so we're going to change those out, but I'm going to have all my machining done first, and going to do some holsters for it, or sheaths for it. But what I've got here is just a basic little spot blaster, sand blaster from Harbor Freight. Thing was 15 bucks. Honestly, I couldn't tell you if this is going to work or not. I wasn't going to spend $45 on the blasting media that they were selling for them. So what I've got in here is basically just play sand, which was the cleanest, driest sand that I could find. So Alright guys, this is the end product here after cleaning it up. I've cleaned the entire tang all the way around. I actually sanded off the spine, squared it up, and I'm actually going to sand that down again. That's why I didn't bead blast that. Kind of like the finish on the bead blasting, but I believe I'm still going to polish this up and make it nice and shiny when it's all said and done and I get it down to the thickness that I want. One thing that I did notice is right here you can see a couple of little marks. I don't know if that actually shows up on the camera right there. And right there you can feel kind of a bulge in the blade where that is not machined down, and it's like maybe they had the machine that actually cut this in came in from this edge, stopped, and then another machine machined the straight part here, and where those two edges meet from the curve to the straight you can actually feel it a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out. You don't feel it right at the edge where you would be sharpening it, so I'm not sure that it's going to make a whole lot of difference there, and you don't feel it at all on this side. But that's it. I think that bead blast finish on those looks pretty good. You could probably go to a machine shop or you know, a mechanic shop or something like that, anybody that's got a bead blaster, and probably get them to blast yours for, you know, $10, $5, $10, something like that. In a cabinet it wouldn't take but 5 minutes, if that. It actually took me about a half hour with that little bitty blaster to do it. Just because the hopper's so small. So there you go. I'm gonna mess with the handles and be back. Alright, I'm about done with this project for the day. This is my Becker BK-2. Sandblasted all the black finish off. Gonna get it prepped to take to a machine shop and have them machine it down to make it thinner. Gonna take it to 3/16 instead of a 1/4 inch. Played with the handles a little bit. These handles suck. It's a true plastic on a belt sander. It basically just heats up and starts to melt. But what I did here is I trimmed off just a little bit of the bottom point on both sides evenly in order to allow a little bit of a striking surface of the steel tang. Sanded down the back strap a little bit, and the inside here sanded on the edges of the plastic handles themselves, just to make everything a little bit smoother. But those aren't going to last long, that's for sure. As soon as I get this thing shaved down and made it thinner, I'm going to put some either some G10 or some oh, what do you call them? Micarta. Might even make some of my own micarta stuff. Just out of some regular khaki type canvas, cotton pants or something like that. Fiberglass some stuff up. Alright, well that's the knife project for today. I'm actually going to turn this thing around and show you some sheath making here in just a minute.